Hi, you're watching Cypher, and in this video we've got something a little bit different, and this one came about because of the current lockdown that we've got going on in the UK. I'll explain more in just a minute. You're watching my 6-string journey, and on this channel I'm documenting my guitar journey learning to play the electric guitar. So I cover all of my music lessons, my highs, my lows, the gear that I use and other guitar related stuff. So today I actually did something that I never thought I would be doing for quite some time, and I was contacted by a friend of mine called Mathew, who said, how do you fancy a jamming session this evening? Because in the UK we're currently in lockdown and we can't go out. And I thought, well, how on earth are we going to do this when I can't play anything? But hey, I've got to practice, and it might break up the monotony of just practicing on my own. So we grabbed our guitars, we jumped onto Skype, and this video is basically what happened. I hope you enjoy it. Right, yeah, that's video. I don't know how this is going to go. I mean, I don't know what we're going to do. Well, it might make good viewing, it might not. But there we go.
We could run through our experience today. So I know where you are, and you know where I am. And sort of, yeah.
Well, I'm not very far at all, as you know, or you should know. So I'm doing a few scales, basic one and a pentatonic scale. I've got a couple of riffs. Handful of chords that I play really badly, and yeah, that's about it really.
Right, okay.
So what you got in mind? Anything or nothing?
I've got this guy in front of me because I'm going to show you where it all sort of...
Well, yeah, well that's your acoustic. I thought you were going to get your nice electric out, but I see it's all ready to rumble.
And he is plugged in and ready.
Okay, cool.
So he's going to be coming out in a minute.
Cool, magic. Looking forward to that one.
Unfortunately, this guy is going to the retirement pile soon.
Why?
The bottom section here, which is called the soundboard, God knows why, but it's called the soundboard. That's obviously the bit that takes all the stress from the strings in this sort of area.
Yeah.
It started lifting, and there is actually a white crack that goes down there now.
Oh, not good.
So there's that crack there, and the neck needs straightening as well, because it's not really been used for 10 years, so it's been a bit neglected, but because of that, it's on its sort of last legs. So I'm half expecting that me having retuned it tonight might actually be its last draw. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, I don't think it's going to live much longer.
Okay, well I tuned this yesterday. I haven't tuned it today, but obviously we're tuning to a different gadget, so that'll be interesting. But I don't think, well, I'm not that clever enough to pick up the difference, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah. I mean, the electric, I mean, it's quite an expensive guitar, and I think it was about $450 for that, so it's good hardware and everything else. I never have to retune that, I never bother.
Cool.
It never really goes out.
Yeah, that's good, that's good. Okay, so what are we going to do then?
Well, why don't you show me what you know so far?
Oh my gosh.
We started out with on acoustic, how far I got with that.
Okay.
And then we'll, well, everything I know on acoustic, I know on electric as well, because that's literally the lot. So.
Well, I don't know too much, because leaving the scales alone, I mean, I've got the two little riffs that I do. So we've got, whichever one this is. This one's painted black, I think. Got that wrong already. I haven't played these in ages. course, that's not played with a metronome. And then the other one that I learnt some time ago was Sunshine of Your Love. And this one I'm really ropey at. Let's give it a go. Start that again. So those are the two riffs I do. And with the cameras on, doing this for the first time ever, it's really quite nerve-wracking. And then one of the other things that I started to do was the 12-bar blues. I don't know if you watched my video of the 12-bar blues.
No, I haven't yet. I'm a bit behind, I'll be honest.
Okay, this is going to be really, 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 really ropey and really bad. So I'll just do the full chords, the full bars. I don't do the 4 beats per bar. I'll be here all day. So that is basically. Missed that one, and I've got the fingering wrong. That should be an E. Then basically repeat that through, and then just finish it up with a nice A at the end. So that was the 12-bar blues that I can probably manage. I don't know if you've done anything like that. I did do individual 4 beats per bar, but yeah, that gets quite interesting. Then I was doing my strumming exercises, and again that was just using the A, E, D and the G. And then the one I'm learning at the moment is Everybody Hurts, and this is an absolute nightmare because you start off with the D chord. Now the D chord was the one I could never get. That's relatively clean now, so I can pretty much do that. And you start off with the strings 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, repeated. But on the second time, as you're coming up, you start to move your fingers across to the G. So your middle finger comes up to the 6th string. Then you need to come up further, and as you come up, you take your fingers off until you're on a 3-finger G. When you go 6, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 6, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then you repeat. And that is really hard. Really, really hard. Because I'm not used to picking and moving my fingers at the same time. So
you're still kind of largely on finger picking rather than actually playing full chords then?
The first time I did finger picking with the chords was last Wednesday.
Right, okay.
And I'm really finding it really hard because moving my fretting hand while I'm strumming I'm reasonably okay at. Picking individual strings while my fretting hand isn't moving I'm reasonably okay at. But if I try and do it together, it's just like my brain is like, what are you trying to ask me to do? You're a guy, you can't multitask. No, I can't. Yeah. So yeah, so that's what I'm really sort of struggling with, and that's basically where I'm at. So it's, like I said, very, very, very slow progress. But, you know, Michael's had to work a lot with my stiff fingers and stuff. So a lot of it's been building strength in my fingers and dexterity. But there we go. And people online, it's like the G chord. I was watching a video the other week because I got really frustrated with it between my lessons. And there was a teacher on there who said, right, we'll introduce you to the G chord. If you don't get it straight away, don't worry. Because some people can take 3 or 4 weeks and some people can take 3 or 4 months. So that made me feel a little bit better. So that's where I'm at. Where are you at?
So everything I used to, like I say, everything I used to do was all acoustic guitar. So that electric is pretty much, it's pretty much a virgin. It hasn't really been used much at all. Okay. So that's what we're moving on to now. This guy's sort of a bit dilapidated and on his way out.
Actually, hang on just a mo, because right, Shoot.
So, main things that you used to play was the likes of Stand By Me, Wonderwall, Love How You Lie by Eminem, a few interesting things like that, but they all surround chords and actual strumming patterns rather than a sort of finger pick or anything like that.
Okay.
So I'm useless when it comes to finger picking. And obviously used to use the capo all the time so I can avoid bar chords as well. So I don't know if you've come up against them yet, but they're a nightmare.
No, not yet. I mean, obviously I know about them, but I haven't done anything with them.
Skip them for as long as you can.
Okay.
So, for example, Stand By Me, and the action on this guitar is so hard, so high, that I'm probably going to skip some notes and it's going to be buzzing instead, but we'll try. So the sort of starting to it is literally just... That's a very poor D chord. And then also you go through that a couple of times, and then it just moves into basic strumming pattern. I can't remember what it is, but it's...
Well, you're moving between your chords better than I do.
Yeah, I'm very much out of practice. It used to be really smooth and I could play that song all the way through without any problems. Like I say, the guitar, the neck actually being bent really is not healthy. It's just an excuse in the mix. But that's obviously about the only one that I can actually remember how to play through.
Okay.
Wonders, when you get around to learning, that's quite an easy one because your two bottom fingers don't move throughout the entire song.
That's cool.
So they stay exactly where they are and only two fingers move. Which from memory is through a G chord, what I think is called like an E sus7 or something like that. And then similarly a D7 or something similar. So you stay like that. But that's when you get to some more interesting strumming patterns as well. Because the strumming pattern on that is... And then obviously from that, you're moving through the chords whilst you're doing that strumming pattern.
Yeah.
So you get to the full 4 chords during that strumming pattern.
And does the strumming pattern change, or is it the same all the time?
No, it's pretty much the same throughout. The only difference is there's on the third bar to every, the third bar each time, you just change the way that you do the chords quickly. So I think you just add in an extra one from memory. But that really is as far as I got with the acoustic.
Okay.
And we're going back about 10, 11 years, if not longer. Because this guitar's about 13 years old now, which is why it's not living very well. Because it's been neglected for 10 of those in a garage outside. So it's faced its time, bless it. But in essence, that's as far as I ever got, was chords, strumming patterns. Learned quite a few songs, but they're all sort of your easy, basic stuff.
Yeah.
That you'd learn. I learned from the likes of Guitar Stage, I can't remember, Marty Swartz, and your Yams, and a few others online. So that was as far as I ever got. But obviously with the electric now, we'll move on to some finger picking and doing that sort of stuff. But in essence, that's it.
So at the minute you're on chords and I'm on riffs. So how's that going to work?
I really don't know. Maybe I'll lay down the backing and you can just drop your riffs over the top of it.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. So, I'm open to whatever. I'm happy for you to teach me something if you want to teach me, or I'll teach you something. I really don't mind. Because it's all good practice.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you want to teach me something, I don't think it's fair to put you through the ringer with chords when you haven't even started on them yet in terms of teaching the chords and the strumming patterns at the same time.
Well, I'm having to learn my strumming patterns, and I get on with those reasonably okay when I get the strumming pattern in my head. The changing of the chords could be a bit interesting. But what were you fingering where the two fingers don't move? I mean, obviously you're using the capo and I'm not, so that's going to get interesting.
The capo obviously puts the octaves up higher, so you don't then need to use bar chords. Otherwise, you have to do a bar chord across there, then use your fingers, which makes things a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
But guitar. I never say Wonderwall because everyone can play Wonderwall. It's one of those sort of box parts, you never bring it up. But they're literally right at the bottom on bottom two strings, third fret, and they don't move for the entire thing.
And you're using your little finger and your ring finger, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I play the equivalent with the G chord without moving those two bottom fingers.
So that's the standard G.
Where any mic would.
So is that the standard 4-finger G chord?
Yeah.
That one. So how does that compare to yours? Thing is, over the internet you can't really tell, can you? It's just a noise.
No.
And then what's the strumming pattern?
The strumming pattern is 1 second.
Because it's quite hard to see your hand moving on the. There's quite a delay.
Yeah.
Three down.
Down, up. Down, up, down, up.
So go through that again.
Small.
Is that it?
Yeah, that was pretty much it, yeah.
Oh no.
Close enough, yeah. What you'll find though is the more you practice it, you sort of ingrain it, then you can sort of match it to your metronome or whatever else, because you'll concentrate less on the strumming pattern,
Yeah.
more on it actually sounding right, because obviously you've memorised it by then.
Yeah. Right.
What might be annoying is from obviously all the songs that I used to play, a lot of the strumming patterns were quite similar, so any new one I really struggle with at the moment.
Okay. I tend to pick up the strumming relatively straight, relatively quickly. So I'm not going to say it's spot on. So if you're playing those with the chords, so we're on the G. Where do we go from the G?
From memory, I'm pretty sure it goes down to the E, but I'm pretty sure that it's and on that third you then move down, so you're moving mid strumming pattern.
Oh crikey! Okay, that's going to be fun. So where are you moving your top two fingers to?
So you're playing the G chord.
Yeah.
You move your two top fingers to where the E minor would be, but you also keep the bottom two in place.
So just give me the frets for the E minor.
It's
Second fret
on string 2 and 3 from the top. I still can't remember what note each.
which is 4 and 5 in my language.
I'll go from top to bottom. You'll go from the right way up.
Yeah, I'm right, you're wrong. And then, so are we then playing 5 strings? Or, no, it's an E, so it's all of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't move my fingers midway through that. Oh my gosh. Let's turn your volume up a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Where we're going to face difficulties, I can't remember the second half as to exactly when they move, but I'm pretty sure it's something like. It is something like that.
Yeah.
I'll have to relearn it again and we'll go over it. Because like I say, it's one that I haven't played in a long time.
Yeah. See, moving your
It'd probably
finger.
be easier if I taught you Stand By Me, because it also uses chords which you're already familiar with as well.
Yeah, you see, I'm used to different fingers for the moving it to the E. So, which finger are you putting on the 5th string in the 2nd fret? Is that your first finger or your middle finger?
On the 2nd string, on the 5th string, 2nd fret, is my index. but there's no reason at all why you couldn't do it the other way around.
Okay.
I think most people teach it the other way around.
Because what I'm thinking with the D, when you make the move, it's easier just to bring your ring finger, your middle finger onto the fourth string, so the third one down in your language.
You see, it's not actually a straightforward D chord. I think it's D minus 7 from D7, I can't remember.
Yeah.
So it's not a full.
But what you're doing is you're doing down, 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 up, up. Crikey. So you're going 3. Go on, what?
I have to go through the lessons for Wonderwall again, relearn it. Like I say, I haven't done it in a long time, so the parts after that become a bit shady.
Well, what I'll have to do is I'll have to go online and write the tabs down, and then I'll learn it, and then we can probably jam that together. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be cool. Do you want to learn one of the riffs?
Yeah, I'm going to pick up the electric. Sounds like a plan to me.
I was going to say, do that. That would be good. Now, which one do you want to learn? Everybody hurts. I'm just not good enough at the minute.
Which one's your favourite?
Either of the two.
What's your cutsy?
Paint It Black is supposed to be the easiest. That's the one that I learnt first. But in actual fact, I found Sunshine of Your Love easier.
Right, okay.
Because Paint It Black, basically you're just looking at the bottom 2 strings for most of it. I lied, probably 3. So basically what you've got is you've got an open high E, then on the same string, so that number 1 string, fret number 2. So you've got open, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, open, 2, 3, 5.
Yeah, no.
Then you go back 3, 2, 0. So you basically just undo it all. Okay. Open, 2, 3, 5.
So on the high E.
So it's all on the high E string. Right, so all on the number 1 string. It's open, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2. For the minute. You didn't go away, you didn't go away through them. Do that again. So open, 2, 3, 5, and then 3, 2. That's it. And then we go open, open. And then you jump up to string number 2 in the 4th fret. And then you go 0, 2, 0, and then 4 on the 2nd fret. Might be easier to write them down. Or you haven't played with tabs before, have you?
I've used guitar tabs, yeah.
Okay.
Not great at them, but I used them.
Well, what you could do is, if you jump on my YouTube channel and you go to, I don't know which lesson it is, but the painted black one, you'll be able to download it. You'll be able to download the tabs. Whereas actually it's tabs and music.
Right, okay.
So the painted black is going to be one of the earlier lessons, probably about 4 or 5. Ugh. And we're supposed to be doing that at 150 beats a minute.
Yeah, about that.
And at one point I was able to jam along to that, sort of. I put it on the phone through the amplifier. That was quite interesting.
Actual proper music tab on there, haven't you?
Well, because I used to play the clarinet. See, when I used to play the clarinet, I know the duration of the notes, but with tabs you don't normally get the duration. You just get the number. Okay. So you don't get the melody. So
no, but I can read the tab. I can't read that.
Yeah. So what I've done, you see, is for everybody that's following me along, I do the music, so the notes on the top stave or whatever it's called, and then the tab underneath.
Yeah.
So I followed the tab, but then I used the music. So so with those, at the minute we're all playing, one beat. So okay, you missed the first one, but it's basically 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. But then when you get to the 4th bar, you'll see that it's 1, and then you've got 3 beats. So, but when you just get a 4, you don't always know how long to ring that out for. So that's the reason I did that. So that takes me back. That takes me back to my classical days. But they're way behind me. They were so far behind me. Oh yeah. I mean, the highlight of that was War of the Worlds in Bletchley Leisure Centre, and that was on Radio 4, back in the early 80s. But yeah. That's giving my age away now, isn't it? Right. So now, does that make it a bit easier? So what we did there was basically the first 2 bars.
Right, okay, so 0, 2, 3, 5, 6, 0.
Then you come up a string.
Just to confuse things a bit.
It does, it throws it in there. But this is great. When you get the muscle memory going, it's really cool. And I played it for probably about 2 hours, and then suddenly a light went on my head. And yeah, it was great. I could do that then. So, you want to go for that again?
Yeah, let's see. That's only number 4 there.
Yeah.
How's the sound coming through your end from the amp?
Yeah, no, it's alright.
I'm annoyed the name, but
it's okay. I'll turn mine up a little bit.
yeah.
Oh, I missed that. So it should be. Just doing it slowly. Easier said than done, isn't it?
Yeah. I never got into picking for, my coordination isn't the best, but strumming's nice and easy.
Yeah.
You just got to worry about moving a set of fingers and strumming.
Well, this one's quite nice because it's all on the one string until you come up to the second string. And then the way I pick it is up and down, alternate picking.
Right, okay.
Now you're looking confused.
No, I'm not letting you in.
So you pretty much got that other than coming up the string.
Yeah, it's that fourth fret on the second string. It's a bit,
So how are we going to get to play that together?
I think that's, I don't know.
Go on, you count it in, and then what we're supposed to do is miss the first beat, and we start on the second beat. So you go at the speed you want to go.
Do you want to count in? Because I need to concentrate a bit on one of them.
Alright, okay, so, yeah, you're going to end up going at my speed then, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. That was right, I couldn't hear you though, my amp's up too loud.
I couldn't hear you, so
That's
I went
right.
too far. I was a little bit ahead.
Was that was that too slow?
No, you're fine.
Do you want to go again?
Yeah, sure.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can't hear you now. You've gone really quiet.
I'll just put the amp on the desk, that'll work.
That's a little bit bigger than what. Oh, you got a Vox. Nice.
Yeah, it's a solid bit of kit. I think it's a Pathfinder or something like that. For a budget amp, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I like my little practice one. It's really portable and quite nice.
I think that was only about 100. I think it's more than 100 quid. It's normally 100, but I went for a special denim one because it looks nice. It's not flashy stuff. See it, it's all different colour.
That's cool. Mine was a little cheapo one, but it does. Right. Go on then, you do a couple of runs through. Get your fingers working.
It's that fourth one.
You didn't actually get there. So do you want me to call them out? Right, you play it, I'll call it out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, and then 0, 0. Now you want 0, 0. Don't go for the 4 yet.
I'm forgetting my zeros.
You got two opens. You see, you got 2 opens, so you can move your finger across to the 4.
I don't even think I was playing those 2 opens. Wait for the comments on this one.
Yeah, no, you weren't, because you were going to the 2 and then to the 4. So the nice thing is, you've got the 2 open on the high E, so you can then think about getting your finger over for the 4th fret on the 2nd string. Down to 4. You nailed it, man.
Pretty much there.
Yeah.
Bit of practice will be alright.
Go on, then, go again. If we can get that whole phrase, then we're away. Nearly. Nearly. That's it. Now what you got to do is you go 0 and then 4 on that 2nd string for 3 beats, just to finish it off. So I think you finished that one on the open. You missed the second 4.
Did I?
I think so.
Yeah, there's another 4 after that. Sneaking in on the end of the tab. I didn't see that.
Yeah, three counts of that 4. That finishes.
Paying too much attention trying to actually play the.
Hey, you're doing good. You're doing good. This took me 2 or 3 days to get right. You're doing it in like 2 or 3 minutes. So basically, that whole. Let me play it through. That whole phrase.
Playing, so.
Yeah, that whole phrase is, if I can do it without mucking it up. So that's what you're looking for. Do you want me to do it again?
Yeah.
That's what you're after. And I'm not, for everybody watching, professing that that's perfect. It's not.
Definitely not.
Far from it. Especially when we've got to do 150 beats a minute. That's quick.
That should have been in the
You nearly got that then.
00400204.
Yeah, I don't know how, but you did a 4-0 at the end instead of a 0-4.
Yeah. Definitely weren't right.
That's probably the harder way of doing it.
That's all right.
Thing is, your Les Paul sounds very different to mine.
Yeah. I think, I could probably change it with the tone switches and everything else.
Nah.
That's another day.
No, you've got a nice tone on yours. Don't do that. Oh. Trouble is, I find I tend to lay down my little finger. I don't use the tip. I've got to learn to get my little finger curled round more. That's my heading. Easy. It is when you've been playing it for 6 months. Go again. That was good.
That second half still annoying me.
No, that was cool. You know the first time you played the 4, that's just a single beat.
Yeah.
You
It's
see,
the 020 that I'm forgetting about.
yeah. So you're looking at a. Which finger are you using to play the 4th fret?
Whichever one I fancy at the time.
Right.
I use the index, my ring finger. I think I've changed a few spots.
Right. What you want to try and do is use your ring finger.
Yeah.
Because then the stretch is better. And that way then you can have your first finger ready for the 2nd fret. Whereas where you're moving your middle finger over, you've then got to adjust your hand to play the 2nd fret again. Try with.
I'm assuming you want to get in a position whereby eventually you're just playing the chords and then using the chords, aren't you? So notice that this tab's got all the chords above it that you could use and use those instead. Which by putting those positions on, you reach the same notes.
Okay, so this is going to be fun. Why don't you play the chords and I'll play the notes? You're the chord man, I'm the riff man. Let's do what we know best. So you're looking at
7 in there though, that's a problem.
Yeah, I know, I noticed that.
That's not fair.
Why not? I've spent 6 months learning the riff.
I can give you your E minor, your D, G, that's all fine, but that B7, there's an A down the bottom there as well. The A will be okay, but that B7 looks horrible.
Yeah, it's annoying the B7 is on that second thing, it's not just at the end. So how can you go, how can you get on with a B7?
So actually B7, you sound really dead, so that's definitely not right.
So you're looking at, oh, crikey, I can't even read this.
Okay.
So you're looking at, you're not playing the 6th string. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's complicated. I'm just gonna.
There's your problem.
So that's what I come out with. Yeah.
Has anybody told you about the cheek tapping from using the top string and not playing it?
Possibly, but you can tell me more.
In a chord whereby the only string you're not supposed to play is the top string, the G string.
Oh, I see.
You actually just put your thumb just to touch it.
Yeah.
If your thumb's touching the string. So it doesn't sound quite as good as a clean chord, but it's difficult to tell the difference. I mean, you don't have to worry about skipping it, you can just strum the whole thing.
Well, do that then. I don't care if you cheat. I don't mind if you cheat.
So what have we got?
See,
E minor. B7. Back through to E minor.
but you're only doing that for 2 beats. See, I don't know what the strumming pattern is for that.
What would probably be easier then is if it's only for 2 beats, is just to go.
Well, that's what.
Move straight to the next one.
That's what I'm thinking it is. So basically, you know, your E is just going to be. Because I think you're playing.
B7.
Yeah, because I reckon you're probably just playing the E minor for 2 bars, just letting it ring out, and then the B7 for 2 bars, letting it ring out. Then you're looking at the E minor for 2 beats, and then the D for 2 beats, and the G for 2 beats.
Yeah, because we could just let those ring out in the background while you play through the notes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they will sort of work together, maybe.
And then I've got to remember. Let's try it again. Okay. Blech. Okay. Got it. So what we have to do, we play the first 4 bars twice, and then we do the second set of 4 bars twice, but there's a subtle difference at the end. I'll have to remember that. Right, okay, so what are we doing then? Are we going to go for it? Are you just going to ring out the full bar while I'm playing over the top?
I was going to try it, but it's that B7. That is a nightmare. So that might be the one that scuppers the plan.
Well, you got 2 bars. You got 2 bars to think about it. Or we just pick a different chord.
I think you're going to struggle to replace the B7 though.
Yeah. I don't know my chords. I don't know the chords well enough to know anything close to that.
No, I don't either. What you want to get to eventually, it's just...
Yeah. Well, we can take it slow. Right, should we go for the first 4 bars and see how we go?
Yeah, we can try. I don't think this is designed to be played this way, but we'll see what it sounds like.
Well, we can always do it through the phone, but then we're playing stupid speed, and even I struggle to keep up with. Right, see, I guess what you have to do, you start, and then I've got to come in on the second beat. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4. that was a bit of a pause. Right, should we try that again? Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. You've gone on to the second bit now, haven't you?
Yeah, I haven't got a choice. I have to. So I play the...
I thought we were just doing the first 4 bars.
Okay.
Go on, go for the first 4 bars, yeah? You ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's all right. I think. So we've got to do that twice. We got to do that twice. Okay? You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. You've gone quiet again. Wake up the neighbours.
Wake them up.
Wake up the neighbours. Yeah, it's gone quiet again.
Stay up yet?
Okay. Right. So do you want to give it a go with those 2, 4, the 2 sets of 4 bars, and then the other bit?
Yeah, the other bit's not too bad. I can do the other bit.
Yeah.
It's just E minor, E, G, D, E minor. That's okay.
So you can do the hard bit, and you can't do the easy. You can do the hard bit, but not the easy bit.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay. Right. Should we go for it then?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nearly.
Yeah,
Nearly. So, anyway, that's what I've been working on. Except I think I'm doing the last bit wrong. Oh, maybe not. I thought I might have been doing the last bit wrong, but it's the chords that changes, and it goes to A and then B7. Because that second bit I haven't actually put it in the music, but you're supposed to play the second bit twice as well. And the first time you play the first two bars, and then the second time you play the first two and then the end two. It's not written down very well on there, I don't think.
Yeah, so maybe this will be a lesson for other people as well. On your tab, there's a little line that goes between the two zeros at the end.
Yeah.
Same for I think it's the 8th bar. What does it mean?
You just let it ring out.
Alright, okay.
So this is where it sometimes gets me, because when you're doing that bit, you're going 0 3 3 0 0 2 2 0 0 0, and then you let that last one ring out for 4.5 beats.
Right, okay.
So you got half a beat for the first part of the bar, the bar before, and then 4 beats for what I think is a semi-breathe for the end bit. And that's where sometimes I end up coming in too early for the second one. And then, on the 4th bar, you've got, I don't know what that note is, but one with a hole in the middle with a dot at the end. The dot extends it. So that's basically going for three beats of the bar, basically to fill it to the end. And again, you just let it ring out. So that should be, if I can count this thing, 1 2 3 4 5. No, it isn't. 1 2 3 4. So 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. I can't do it while I'm counting. But then when you get to the end, and then you just hold it for those 3, and then you've got to miss the first beat and then come in on the second. So you're playing the chord on the first beat, but I've got to miss it. It gets really hard when you're playing with other people. How they play it in bands, I ain't got a clue, but there we go. So should we go again?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, when you're ready.
Okay, so 1 2 3 4. That one right that time. I couldn't hear you. Were you there with me?
I wasn't too bad for the first bit, but I think I forgot a couple of bars in the middle, so I may have peaked too early and gone to the end.
Okay. Well, we're getting there. So do you want to carry on with this, or do you want to try something different? Or do you want to give up?
Have a crack at Stand By Me. Change you through the chords.
Go on then.
Yeah?
This will be a laugh.
What I could do with it does help if you've got a capo, but you can't play it without.
So you're playing this on the electric still, yeah?
Yeah, there's no reason why not to.
Okay.
So, Stand By Me, easiest way of getting a grip to the start is just doing the intro. Because all that is just one down strum, another down strum, and then you move through. So it goes from G chord.
Oh, I hate the G. That's the one chord I don't like. What's your fingering on the G chord? What finger do you use?
Pinky's on the bottom E, third fret. Index on the 2nd fret of the 5th string.
Yeah.
And then middle finger is top string, 3rd fret.
So you're just doing a 3-finger G, yeah?
Yeah, I'm sure it's only a 3-finger one for this one.
Okay.
I could be wrong, I don't think I am. Do you know the full G or do you play the 3-finger G?
Michael at the moment is teaching me the 4-finger G, which I'm struggling with a little bit. But then again, when I'm doing Everybody Hurts, I'm going for a different 3-finger G. So.
Well, I'll just chuck the extra finger in there then, because you might as well do the same as what practising to complete grounded the song goes. Yeah.
That theory would work if I could play it. It's not going to sound good, but let's go for it. Let's try it.
Fine. So we're going from the G chord.
Yeah.
Through to the E minor.
Oh crikey, what's an E minor? That's the 2-finger one, isn't it?
Fret, both the 4th and 5th strings.
Yeah. I can handle that one.
And then have you done a C chord yet?
A C? Oh, I hate the C. I can't do the C. I'm slow at getting that one. Very slow.
And then you move through to the D.
Because with the C chord, I was trying to lay my fingers down, my first finger, middle finger, ring finger, and as I couldn't get the stretch. So Michael said to me, put your ring finger down first, then your middle, then your first, and then you can get the stretch easy enough. But don't tell him I haven't been practising that very often. Not as much as I should be. Not as much as I should be.
Let's hope he doesn't watch your videos, eh?
Yeah! Let's hope not. He may well be. I'm going to get myself into trouble now next Wednesday. But there we go. Right, so we're doing the G. And what's the strumming pattern?
So we're literally just doing, it's a downstroke, pause, downstroke, pause. So downstroke on the first beat, nothing on the second, downstroke on the third, nothing on the fourth.
Yep. 1. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What you can do, perhaps to make the song sound a little better as well, is on that muted note is actually to put your hand across the strings, because then it gives you a natural rhythm to it as well.
I haven't done palm muting yet.
So you actually sort of almost a sort of practice stop halfway through.
But that messes up my strumming then, because I'm used to going, just keep my hand moving. So how the heck do you mute the strings while your hand is moving?
Because you're using your palm. So you're...
Okay.
You've gone through. And when you get to this point, you then just drop your palm. So it's the bottom part of your hand that's actually muting.
Okay.
The neck's already gone past.
So go. Oh, that's saying. But you're muting after each down, yeah?
Yeah. But skip that bit if it doesn't work for you, because you can just let it ring out. It sounds just as good.
Yeah, it seems, what I seem to want to do is strum the first, mute the second, strum the third, mute the fourth.
That's perfect. It's exactly what you want.
So like that.
So you do 2 bars on the G,
Okay.
2 bars on the E minor,
Yeah.
and this is where it becomes, this is the bit that goes a little bit quicker to catch people out. You'll only do 1 bar on the C, then 1 bar on the D. So
Now you've thrown a C and a D in the mix. Oh no! So we go in. There. And then you want a C.
You missed a bar on the E minor.
Oh, I'm never
So
going
you
to.
do 2 bars, and then you do 1 bar on the C and 1 bar on the D.
Right, so we're going. And now I've got that album in C. One on the C.
Which 1 bar, so it's still with 4 beats, so it's your 2 down strokes.
Okay, I've got it. Crikey. Whose silly idea was it to do this jamming session?
Fine.
I'm going to get caught out on that C. That's what's going to throw me because I naughtily haven't been practicing that. So what I might do, I don't know how this is going to sound, is I might go G, E, down to the D, while you're doing the C, and then I'm there for the D then. Oh, I can try the C, but I'm not going to get there that quick. I can't put all 3 fingers down on the C at the same time yet. That's
fine, I'll get that.
That's going to be my problem. I can't switch to it fast enough. So we're looking at a C. I can't get it. It's my chord changes that have been my real nemesis all along. That's the one thing I'm really struggling with. And I think, I don't know what it is. It's just something I've got to work on.
See, I find it okay, but that's only because when I used to play, like I say, we're going back 11, 12 years. When I used to play, it used to all be acoustic guitar, so it was all rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
So all it was chord changes and strumming patterns. That was literally it.
Yeah.
So I didn't do any picking at all, but because of that, I find it quite easy. But I think if I was trying to do it now, I think it'd be a nightmare. Because I mean, just doing simple things like, planing some wood or something, I end up with cramp in my hands. So I think if I hadn't done it previously, I'd be in trouble.
Yeah. Right, so how are we going to do this then? Are we going to try and play this along together?
Yeah, why not?
Right, will you go for it until such point as I lose you?
Yeah,
Or I might just play the G all the way through.
I'll be listening to it, don't you worry.
Go on then, you better count me in.
I'll count it in. So in 3, 2, 1.
I can do it if I miss the C. I'll let you play the C and I'll just miss that out. Right, go on and go again.
So, how about you play out the chords and I'll put the strumming pattern over the top?
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you want me to do it? How do you want me to play it?
Just name us what you're happy in doing. Just your down mute.
Say it again. Just play what?
You're down mute, and run through the chords as normal.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Yep, let's go for it. You might have to wait for me when we get to the C.
So in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, C you left me behind on. I need to turn you up a little. I need to turn you up a little bit because I can't hear your guitar. Right, let's do that again.
So I'm going to start annoying the neighbours, so I can't turn it up any more than that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Right, go on, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
So in 3, 2, 1.
No, missed that one. I tried to do 2 C's, and the first C was half a beat behind you anyway. Oh my god.
Not to worry. Usually something you need to play with though. Do you do the chord change exercise whereby you just play muted chords throughout?
I've done that a little bit, but I tend not to practice that too much. So
The way that I used to learn chord changes, the easiest way, was literally just to play a note. And I'd just continue doing that, just to build up the muscle memory and moving through the chords.
yeah, Michael's had me doing that a little bit, but only really because I'm really struggling with them. We're doing like a couple of chords where there is a an anchor finger. So,
Yeah.
for instance, you know, like
Makes sense, yeah.
I did going from the D and then up to the G, because you can leave half your fingers where they are. Then you can leave your ring finger there, and then back. So that's what I've been doing, and even then I'm still not great. Normally better than this. My fingers are starting to hurt now.
Yeah.
Been playing for too long.
I was at that point about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. And then the other one I was doing, I think, was when I did Chasing Cars. We were doing the D to the A and back. So I've sort of got those, but I shouldn't admit to it, but it probably took me a good 3 or 4 weeks just to do those two.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
So it's weird. A lot of people say that they struggle with the riffs. I seem to be okay with the riffs, but not the chords, and it seems to be the other way around. And I think that's why Michael has had to change the way he's teaching me. A lot of people say, well, why aren't you doing chords and learning songs, and why haven't you learnt loads and loads of songs? Well, because I think what he's been doing is working with the riffs with me to build up my dexterity and strength in my hands. And because I struggle with the chords, we're like slowly introducing them. So,
Makes sense, yeah.
so anyway, I can get from the G across to the E, all right? Forget the C and get down to the D. I just...
So the C is one of those that will really sort of build up your dexterity though.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
one you have to stretch for a little bit.
yeah.
C is probably one of my worst chords to change into as well. I rarely get it first time. Normally I have to adjust my fingers slightly to get the notes right.
Yeah, no, I'll have to do that. Let me grab a pen. Hang on a minute. Where's my pens gone?
I can always just send you a message with it.
Yeah, that's right. I can write it down. So we're looking at the G for 2. Then we go to the E minor for 2. Then we do a C and a D for finish.
Yeah.
And okay, I might actually introduce that into my practice routine. Because again, that's doing strumming practice, and also it's introducing the the E minor that I don't play that often, and then to the C. So you're actually going from the E minor to the C, aren't you? So
yeah.
I guess your anchor finger there is your middle finger, isn't it? That doesn't move. Assuming I'm playing the C, right?
Yeah, I guess you don't have to move it if you don't want to. Yeah, you can use it as an anchor finger, yeah. So I thought about it that way. Because admittedly, every time I change chord, I take all my fingers off.
Yeah, that's what I've got to learn to do. But say at the moment, Michael's got me using anchor fingers, I think, to build the muscle memory in.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
makes sense. You can definitely do it, yeah.
So if we're going from C for the G, then you slide your first finger up and drop your ring finger in. So I did it then, almost. Get that well again. That's how many bars? 1 bar, isn't it?
On the C, yeah.
So we go in. Sort of like that. That was pretty rubbish, but that's sort of what you're looking for. Do you want to follow me along slowly?
Yeah, sure.
Go on, you can it in. Sure. Your song.
If I ring out the chord, I'll just do once, because then I can listen to what you're doing as well,
Oh.
rather than just mine.
Okay,
So
good.
if I ring out just once,
Okay.
and then you can take us through.
Okay.
So, you ready?
Yeah.
So, in 3, 2, 1.
No, I messed that up. I totally messed that up. Right, try that again, Matthew.
Yeah. We're on the top. 3, 2, 1.
Tried to do 2 on the C. But when you're concentrating on your chord changes, it's so difficult to remember how many bars you've got to do.
Yeah, I know it is.
Oh, man. Can't get that C.
Which G again?
And then what? Back to the G and start it all again.
G again, yeah.
I took my finger off. Yeah, you can see how I struggle with my chord changes. I'm going to need to practice that one. And my fingers are getting really sore, so I'm probably going to call it a day in a minute.
That's absolutely fine, no worries.
But I reckon that you should practice Paint It Black when you've got free time, because I know you're busy with your studies. I'll practice these little chords. What song is this that we're playing?
Stand By Me. Good old Benny King.
Cool. I'll practice that as well, because that sort of supports what Michael's doing with me anyway, with the strumming and the chord changes. And then I reckon we should do this again in a few days' time.
Do you want the chorus for the strumming pattern? The chorus.
I'm struggling with just doing the 1 2 1 2 at the minute. Go on in, go for it.
It's down, down, up, down, up.
Down, down, up, down, up.
Yeah.
Ugh. Do that again. Right, you might have to write that down for me because I can't really see. It's all blurry because of the lag on the
That's fine.
on the internet.
We'll sort that out. We'll put on a quick message across, send that across.
All right, cool. All right, look, I'm going to call it a day, and I'll practice that over the next couple of days. Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Catch you later.
Catch you soon. Bye for now.
Okay, so that was our jamming session for this evening. I ran through a few of the riffs, which Matthew's going to go away and give a try. First time he'd tried riffs. He's given me a little exercise to work on the Stand By Me song, where I can work on yet another different strumming pattern and some chord changes. So again, that's quite nice because I've got something new to learn. And yeah, I enjoyed that session. That was good, and I would say that it doesn't matter how experienced you are, whether you're a professional guitarist, and there are plenty of them at the moment that are doing these jamming sessions online and they're cracking out some really great tunes, or whether, like Matthew and I, you're total raw beginners, can't play anything, but it's just two guys getting together and just having fun with the guitar. And I think that's what we need right now, is a little bit of variety and fun in our lives. So stay safe, stay indoors, and I'll see you on another video coming very soon. Take care. Bye bye.